Hey guys, what's going on? Banana156 here. Welcome to another video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. And yeah, let's get right into the video. But wait, before the video starts, I want to mention the Cuba video that I promised. The Cuba video is coming out at some point. I just wanted to make this video first because I go to a Catholic school and we just talked about Mother Teresa and I want to talk about how shitty she is. So yeah, let's get right into the video. The Cuba video will come out soon, don't worry about that. So, first of all, who is Mother Teresa? Mother Teresa is a saint. She's a Catholic saint. She founded the, what's it called? She was a missionary. She founded a charity, and she did a lot of charity work in India, specifically Calcutta. So, first of all, her charities did do some good. I will acknowledge that first, because I want to say that first, because her charities did do some good. It's just that I question, because her charities didn't do everything that they could have. They made a lot of mistakes. They cut a lot of corners, as well as I am questioning the motives of Mother Teresa herself, because they don't seem to be very good. So, first of all, I want to talk about her medical facilities. So her charity was mainly based in Calcutta in India, and she dealt with like the poorest of the poor. And her medical facilities were god awful. The hygiene was terrible. There's been reports that the sisters were reusing needles. They only had 3 pairs of clothes for like ever, and one reporter even reported that he observed sisters and volunteers who had no medical knowledge frequently make decisions about patient care because there was a lack of doctors in the hospital. And here's a quote from him. His name is Robin Fox. There are doctors that call in from time to time, but usually the sisters and volunteers make decisions as best as they can. And then here's another thing that Robin Fox witnessed. He witnessed one patient with a high fever being treated with paracetamol and triglycerine, an antibiotic, only to be later diagnosed with malaria by a visiting doctor who prescribed chloroquine. That's what? I don't need to say anything about that. That's just terrible. And I need to reiterate this one more time. The hygiene was just absolutely terrible. And here's another thing, that they used the most rudimentary painkillers possible, and Mother Teresa herself said that suffering brings you closer to God, and she told one patient that was in immense amounts of pain, "Your suffering is kisses from Jesus." And then the patient said, "Tell Jesus to stop kissing me," and she still wouldn't give him painkillers. She didn't care about the people. She really didn't. And now the next thing I want to talk about, her hospitals often had a ton of dying people because the hospitals were shit, and she was also in the poorest place in the world. So she had a lot of people that were dying. And a lot of the people were Muslims and Hindus, and before they died, she baptized them without their consent. That is terrible. That's just terrible. You can't. She undermined their beliefs and forced hers upon them. That is just absolutely terrible and unacceptable. The next thing I want to talk about is her first miracle. So if you guys don't know this, to become a saint in the Catholic Church, you need to have 2 miracles. And Mother Teresa's first miracle was the healing of someone who the church claims had a cancerous tumor, and she was healed by putting a medallion of Mother Teresa on her. That's what the church claimed and what Mother Teresa claimed. But she received medical attention from a doctor who said that the lump was a cyst caused by tuberculosis that he cured with antibiotics. How does that constitute as a miracle to you? She was cured by modern medicine. How does that constitute as a miracle? Because I don't see it. I really don't. So by the church's own criteria, she is not a saint because she did not do 2 miracles. The next thing I want to talk about, which is in relation to the poor quality of her medical centers, is as I mentioned before, she believed suffering was good and it brought you closer to God, and you need to suffer. But when she had heart trouble later in her life, she went to the best doctors in the West to get her heart treated. She did not take the most rudimentary painkillers and sit in a hospital that hasn't been cleaned in 20 years. No, 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 no. She went to like the fucking Mayo Clinic or whatever, I forgot what it was, and got her heart treated. She's a hypocrite, basically. And now I want to talk about her relationship with controversial public figures. So she accepted donations and had a relationship with the Haitian dictator. What's his name? It's like I can't. What's his name? I forgot what his name was. But he was the dictator in Haiti at the time. And she also had relationships with Charles Keating. I'm sure you guys know who that is. And she accepted money from a British publisher named Robert Maxwell, who was later revealed embezzled £450 million from his employees' pension funds. That is not good. It's just, and the next thing and this is another part about it. In 2017, an investigative journalist, Gianluigi Nuzzi, in the book titled Original Sin, published accounting documents from the controversial Vatican Bank, officially known as the Institute of the Works of Religion, which revealed that the funds which were held in Mother Teresa's name on behalf of her charity made her the bank's biggest client, and they amounted to billions. Had she made more substantial withdrawals, the bank would have risked default. Why was that money not put into the charity to make the hospitals better and to improve people's lives? Just let that sink in, because the next thing I want to talk about is, what was her motivation? What was her motivation? Why did she found the Sisters of Charity? Why? So I want to. Mother Teresa did not want to get rid of poverty. She was a friend of poverty. She profited off of poverty. She made the Catholic Church bigger because of the poverty. She needed poverty to stay, so her existence was justified. She was a through and through Catholic woman who believed in nothing but expanding the Catholic Church and religious imperialism. That's what she believed in. And she was going to spread the Catholic religion as much as she possibly could. And she did do that. She did spread the religion as much as she possibly could have. And she did not care about the poor. Or maybe I don't know how much she cared about the poor. I'll leave it at that. What she really cared about was the Catholic Church and expanding it. She did not care about eliminating poverty. She never did, and she never claimed to. She said that I am not a social worker. I am here because of Christ. She was here to expand the church, not to actually help people. And the next thing is, she was staunchly against abortion and contraceptives, which shouldn't be a shock to all of you. She's a Catholic. But she was in Calcutta, India, one of the most grossly overpopulated regions in the planet, and she was against abortion and contraceptives. Do you know how much those would have helped the people there? Do you know how much they would have helped all the people there to have just less people there? God, she's just terrible. And the next thing, she is, in my mind, she is no different than the Catholic priests going into Native American tribes and trying to convert them to Catholicism. She is no different. She is a white woman trying to save them. She has like that white savior mindset. It's almost like the same exact thing. She's going there to convert. She's going there to expand her religion, to expand an international institution which breeds hate and exploits marginalized groups. That's what she's going there to do. She's not going there to help the poor people. She's going there to expand the Catholic Church and make it more powerful and make it look better. Now, I want to end this with one question. Do you think Mother Teresa deserves to be a saint? Because I sure don't, but judging by the Catholic standards, she did do a lot for Catholicism, and she did spread it, and she did make the church look very good. So that is why she became a saint, and that's their standards. They don't care about actually being good people. They care about expanding their religion. They don't care about people. And I've learned about Mother Teresa almost every year of my scholastic career. And do you want me to tell you something? I never learned once about how terrible her medical facilities were. I never learned once about the people she accepted donations from. I never heard once about how a lot of the donations were not funneled back into the charity, but were instead funneled into the church. I never learned once about that. You know why? Because the Catholic Church isn't interested in that. The Catholic Church has an amazing opportunity to use this person who has such a perfect public opinion, and they will use her as much as they possibly can to expand their religion, and she's okay with it, or she would be okay with it. That was her goal. They are not here to improve people's lives or abolish poverty, because they profit off of poverty. They gain more influence because of poverty. And yeah, I don't think Mother Teresa was a good person. I really don't. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about Mother Teresa because I go to a Catholic school and I get force-fed the same Christian propaganda every year, and it's terrible. And I just wanted to bring to light what she actually did. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and wait, before I end the video, I have some video ideas that I was thinking about making, and I want to know if you guys would be interested in them. So, I was thinking about making a video on how the American dream is dead, on the Catholic Church as a whole, and indoctrination and propaganda in Catholic schools. So, those are the three main video ideas that I haven't written the script for or researched at all. The Cuba video will come out, but I want to know if you guys would like to see those videos. But yeah, let me know if you want to see those videos. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in a couple days. So yeah.